Welcome everybody. So in this session, will be discussing about Quine-McCluskey method. Now, in the previous sessions, we tried to simplify Boolean expression using two different methods. One was adopting Boolean laws to simplify the Boolean expression. The second one was using a very famous method, the Karnaugh map. Under the Karnaugh map, we simplified 3 variable, 4 variable, and 5 variable expressions. If the number of variables increases, the gate count will also increase. The gate cost will increase. So we have to try to simplify the expressions when the number of variables increases. So one such method which is adopted will be the Quine-McCluskey method. The Quine-McCluskey method, as you can see, it is a systematic simplification procedure to reduce min-term expansion to minimum sum of products. So it is used to reduce the min-term to minimum sum of products. Now, how will you reduce the expression? Using Quine-McCluskey method, you can eliminate as many literals as possible. Literal is nothing but a variable which can take 0 and 1. So in this expression, you can see there is y and y bar. So y and y bar, one is the real form, the other one is the complement form. If there is a real and a complement form, you can eliminate that variable. So the resulting term which is left out will be the prime implicant. So I have an expression with xy plus xy bar, y and y bar, we can eliminate. So what will be left out is x. So x will become a prime implicant. Now the next step is you're going to use a prime implicant chart to select minimum set of prime implicants. So what are the steps that is followed? I have included in the beginning. So now how will you determine the prime implicants? Determining the prime implicants is by eliminating the literals or two terms that can be combined if they differ exactly in one bit position. So what do you mean by bit position? So here I have A, B bar, C, D bar. A is 1, B bar is 0, C is 1 and D bar is 0. So Quine-McCluskey method, as I've told, it is used to simplify min-term expressions and give you the result in SOP form. Now this is 1010 and this is 1011. Now if you can see these two, there is a bit change in D. D is only changing. So what happens to this expression? So what happens to this expression? 1 will be retained as it is. So I can see 1 which is retained as it is. 0 is retained as it is, the second one. The third one is retained as it is. But the fourth one, 0 and 1, so it will get cancelled and you will get a blank. You can either denote by a hyphen or you can use a X to denote it. We will be using the terminology hyphen. But if you have a term like this, A bar, B, C bar, D, okay, with the binary value 0101, 0110, I can see the third bit here, 0 is changed to 1 and the fourth bit 1 is changed to 0. So you can see there is 2-bit change. First bit 0 is as it is, second bit 1 is as it is, but the third bit 0 has changed to 1. That means there is a bit change. And the fourth bit 1 has changed to 0. There is a bit change. So we cannot use such things to simplify in your Quine-McCluskey method. So now what we will do, we will take up a simple example. You people can do it along with me. So the example which we are going to take is, we have taken f of a comma b comma c comma d is summation m of 0, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 14. Now, as per our rules, what is the first thing we have to do? We have to group. We have to group entities in such a way there is only 1, 1 there is 2-1 group, there is a 3-1 group. Now here I have 0. So if I write the binary value, you can write the binary value for all these things. So 0 is 0, 0, 0, 0. All zeros. So there is no other min term with all zeros. So that will be a group 0. So we have the first group over here, group 0. Then the next one is 0, 0, 0, 1. There is a single one. Next is 2. 2 is 0, 0, 1, 0. This is a single one. So this becomes a group 1 with single one. You can group it in group P, group Q, group, you can use any name. I've used 0, 1, 2 so that it represents the number of ones. You can use any label, no problem. Then come to 5. 5 is nothing but 0, 1, 0, 1. So it has 2 ones. All those with 2 ones, we'll put it in group 2. So next is 6. 6 is 0, 1, 1, 0. Again, it has 2 ones. So I've put over there. Then come to 7. How many ones it has? 7 has 3 ones. 0, 1, 1, 1. So I put it in group 3 with 3 ones. Next I have 8. 8 is 1, 0, 0, 0. So I put it in group 1 which has 1, 1. 9 has 2 ones. So I put it in 2, 1 group. 10 has 2 ones. 14 has 3 ones. So we are going to group it like this. From the truth table, I've grouped it like this. Now I've got this group. So next what we have to do after grouping, we have to compare adjacent groups. So what do we mean by comparing adjacent group? 0 over here should be compared with 1. 0 can be compared with 2. 0 can be compared with 8. Okay. Because only 1 bit change will be only between these two. If I go over here, you will get 2 bits change. So I cannot compare with group 2. If you want, you can compare and see. Then 1 I should compare with group 2. So 1 will be compared with 5. 1 will be compared with 6. 1 will be compared with 9. 1 will be compared with 10. Similarly, 2 will be compared with 5. 2 will be compared with 6, 2 will be compared with 9, 2 will be compared with 10. If you want, you can also compare it with 7 and 14 also and check it out. Okay, but adjacent group only will give you the difference. Next, what you have to do, 8 we should compare with 5, 8 we should compare with 6, 8 we should compare with 9, and 8 should be compared with 10. If you want, you can compare with the 7 and 14 also and check the difference. So 0 will be compared with 1, 0 will be compared with 2, 0 will be compared with 8, which also means it is equivalent of comparing 1 with 0, 2 with 0, 8 with 0. No need to compare with the upper one. Only with the lower one, if you compare, it's sufficient. Okay. So this is what is comparing. So next we'll see how the comparison will look like. So here I've repeated it. So this is what is the exact thing. Now I have, see what I did, 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 I took. Now 0 is compared with 1. So when I compare 0 with 1, what I will do, I should write it as, this is first column I don't want, second column, third column, it goes on until you simplify. You can have n number of columns. So 0 is compared with 1. So 0, comma 1 if I do. When I compare 0 and 1, if I compare 0 and 1, you can see this 0 and this 0 is same. This 0 and this 0 is same. This 0 and this 0 is same. 0 and 1 is only differing. So what I will do, I will write it as 0, comma 1, 0, 0, 0 and hyphen. Then I can check both. 0 also I have to check. 1 also I have to check. The checking should be done because that is important to identify the prime implicants. Next, what did I tell you? Again, we have to compare 0 with 2. Now, when I compare 0 with 2, 0 and 0 is same, 0 and 0 is same, 0 and 1. So, there is definitely only 1 bit change. So, 0, 0, third one is changing. So, hyphen, fourth one is as it is. Next, what you have to do, 0 should be compared. So 2 also I can check now. Now 0 should be compared with 8. So again, first bit, this is 0, this is 1. So there is a change. Remaining 3 bits are as it is. So as it is. So 0 and 8 is the bin term name, column name. Next, this is over. So now what we have to do, go to group 1 and group 2 comparison. Now when you're comparing group 1 and group 2, 1 should be compared with 5. So when I compare 1 with 5, it is 0 hyphen 0 1. So 0 hyphen 0 1. Why? Because second bit is only changing in 1 and 5. Remaining 3 are same. Next, what I should do, 1 should also be compared with 6. When I compare 1 with 6, 3 bits are changing, if you can see. 0 is as it is, but here 0 is changing to 1, 0 is changing to 1, 1 is changing to 0. So 3 bit difference I cannot take. Again, 1 I should compare with 9. So when I compare 1 with 9, there will be only change in the first bit. So hyphen 0, 0, 1. Again, I should compare 1 with 10. If I compare 1 with 10, I can see second bit has changed, third bit has changed, fourth bit is also changed. So 3 bits are changed. So comparison of 1 is over. That means I have to check. Whenever I compare and I write it over here, I have to check. So 1 with 5, both I have to check. 1 with 9, both I have to check, but I cannot check 6. Again, 1, that's all. Next, we have to compare 2. 2 with 5 you have to compare. There is bit change, so we cannot write. 2 with 6 if I compare, there is only 1 bit change, if you can see over here. So I can write 2 comma 6 and I can check the 6. Again, 2 with 9 I have to compare. Many bits are changing, so we cannot use it. 2 with 10 if I compare, there is only 1 bit change, which is nothing but the first bit, 0 and 1. So 0, 10 means I can check the 10 also. Then still you have to continue because here 8 is left out now. So 8 you have to compare with 5 and check there is a bit change. 8 you have to compare with 6 and check. 8 if I compare with 9, I find only 1 bit change. So I have written 8 and 10, 1 bit change I have written. So that is the comparison of group 1 with group 2. So that cycle is over. Next, what I should do, I should compare group 2 with group 3, which means 5 should be compared with 7, 5 should be compared with 14 and written. So I compared 5 and 7, there is 1 bit change in the third position, I have written. But 5 and 14 I cannot compare because more number of bits are changing. Then again, 6 should be compared with 7, 6 should also be compared with 14. So 6 with 7, 1 bit change is there. 6 with 14, 1 bit change is there. So 7 is also taken, 14 is also taken. I have to check it up. Then 9 I have to compare with 7, 9 I have to compare with 14. More bits are changing, so I cannot take it. Then 10 I have to compare with 7, more bits are changing, so I cannot take it. 2 bits are changing. So 10 if I compare with 14, 1 bit will change, so I have noted down. Then next step, what you have to do, same comparison again you have to do. So 0, 1 you have to compare with 1, 5, 0, 1 you have to compare with 1, 9, 0, 1 you have to compare with 2, 6, 0, 1 you have to compare with 2, 10, 0, 1 you have to compare with 8, 9, 0, 1 you have to compare with 8, 10. Again, then you have to compare 0, 2 with all these things. 0, 8 with all these things. Then 1, 5 with all these things. 1, 9 with all these things. The process is a bit tedious. You should do very carefully. Then 2, 6 with all these things. 2, 10 with all these things. So what did I do? I compared. When I compared 0, 1 with 1, 5. So 0 and 0 is okay. See, 0 and if I put a hyphen, it means that it is a bit change. Actually, here it should have been 0, or here it should have been a hyphen. If both hyphens are there, that can be considered as the same bit. But here 0, 0, 0 hyphen 0 hyphen 0 1. So 0 has changed to hyphen, means one bit change is there. Third bit 0, 0 same. Fourth bit hyphen is changed to 1. So what happens? 2 bit changes are there. So I cannot consider that. Now when I write, I'll just check, I'll just go a bit fast, only what is required, but you have to compare and write it. 0, 1 and 8, 9, when I compare, I can see 0 has changed to 1. Remaining 2 is as it is. And the last one is hyphen and hyphen. So it is same. So what is the first one which I'll get? 0, 1, 8, 9. What is the difference? 0 has changed to 1. So I have to put a hyphen. Next what? Remaining 2 bits are as it is. Third one in both the case, for last bit in both the cases is the hyphen. Again, when I compare 0 to with, I should compare with everything and check. But only in 8, 10, I find the change. So 0 to I will check, 8, 10 I will check. And this will be the change what I will get. Again, when you go 0, 8, 1, 9 also I'll get change. 0 to 8, 10 I'll get. So this is only with the first group and the second group of column 2. Over. Then you have to compare second group of column 2, which is this group, and the third group of column 2, which is nothing but this is the second group and this is the third group. When I compare, I'll get these two. Okay. Now what you have to do, what is same, we will remove it off. See, if you see the first one, it is 0, 1, 8. You just see the bit change. Hyphen 0, 0 hyphen hyphen 0, 0 hyphen. So it is common, that's why I'm removing it off. Common, so I'm removing it off.
Ma'am, can we remove the above one also? Like if we retain the...
So now 0189, 0819, if I can see, this is covering prime implicant 0. This is covering prime implicant 1. This is covering prime implicant 8 and this is covering prime implicant 9. Here also it is the same thing. 0189 is there. So any one you can retain and remove the others. Similarly 0210, 08210. Any one you can retain and remove the other one. So what is left out? 3 items are left out. So what is the first one? Hyphen 0, 0 hyphen. So which means, what is the first prime implicant I have? It is hyphen 0, 0 hyphen. What were our variables? Our variables was, according to the question, A, B, C, D. So what is the first one left out? The first one left out is A is changed. There is no A. A is reduced. Only B is there. B is equal to 0. So B bar, C. C bar. Second one is B. So it is B bar because it is 0. Third one is C. So it is C bar because it is 0. And the fourth one is D. So that is open. What is the next one we have? Next one I have is 0 hyphen 0 hyphen 0. So this is the second one what I have. So again, what is the second prime implicant I will get? Hyphen means A is reduced. So I have B bar and the C is not there. So I have a D bar. A, B. Next, what is the third prime implicant which is left out in the third column? I cannot compare further. Again, I have to compare this column Actually, again, I have to compare these two columns and check. Because I cannot compare further, I'm writing the solution over here. So what is the third element I have? Third element is hyphen hyphen 1 0, which means A is not there, B is not there. So I will be having C bar and D. So these are the three prime implicants which I got over here. Also, if I see in this column, 1 comma 5 is not checked. 1 comma 5 is not checked. This is also one prime implicant. So what is that 1 comma 5? And also here 2 more is not checked. So these are all the prime implicates. Whatever is not checked will be the prime implicant. So what is the prime implicant associated with 1 comma 5? It is 0 hyphen 0 1, which means that it is equal to A bar, B is not there, C bar is there, and D. This is prime implicant associated with the one which is not checked. That's why I told you, once it is raised from one corner to other corner, you have to check it. If you don't check it, you will have problems. Now what else is left out next? Next I have the prime implicant associated with 5 comma 7 over here. So what is that according to us? That it is 0 1 hyphen 1, which means it is A bar, and 1 is B, C is not there, I will get D. Again, one more is also left out, 6 comma 7. What is the prime implicant associated with 6 comma 7? It is 0 1 1 hyphen, which is equal to A bar, B, C. So how many prime implicants I have? Totally 6 prime implicants I have. Now I have to find the essential prime implicants using the prime implicant table. So we have to go to the next step, prime implicant table. So all the prime implicants I've listed, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 prime implicants. Now what are the essential prime implicants? I have to write down all the 6 prime implicants over here in the prime implicant table. Now after writing those in the prime implicant, what will happen? Now once we write all these things, I have listed down the prime implicants. We have B bar, C bar, B bar, D, C, D bar, A bar, C bar, D, A bar, B, and D. I've listed all the prime implicants over here. And these are the min terms which is included in the prime implicants. So B bar C is because of 0, 1, 8, 9. B bar D is 0, 2, 8, 10 according to the table. Now, what are the min terms according to the question? The min terms according to the question was 0, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 14. Now, B bar, C bar is covering which min terms? It is covering 0, 1, 8 and 9. So 0, 1, 8 and 9. Next, what is B bar, D bar covering? 0, 2, 8 and 10. B bar, D bar is covering 0, 2, 8 and 10. Again, what is C bar, D bar covering? C, D bar 2, 6, 10 and 14. So 2, 6, 10 and 14. Now what is A bar, C bar, D covering? 1 and 5. Similarly, I have covered all the prime implicants. Now, how will we find out the essential prime implicants from this? Now, to find out the essential prime implicant, we have to choose the prime implicants in such a way that out of these prime implicants, the essential prime implicants should be chosen in such a way that these min terms will be covered in these prime implicants. So, how do we choose? First, let me take one example. If I take I've taken B bar, C bar. B bar, C bar will cover so B bar, C bar is covering the 0. B bar, C bar is also covering 1. B bar, C bar is covering 8. And B bar, C bar is covering 9. Now let me draw a line horizontally. And let me also draw a line vertically, which indicates that it is covered. 0 is covered, 1 is covered, I need not worry about it. Then 8 is also covered, I need not worry about it. 9 is also covered, I need not worry about it. Then next what I will do, so what is left out? I have 2 and 10 left out. So if I take B and D bar, if I try to cover, if I take B bar and D bar, so what will happen? This is covered, and at the same time 2 will also be covered. Now what is left out is 5, 6 and 7. Now to cover 5, 6 and 7, 5 is covered using this 1 comma 5. Using 1 comma 5 I can cover 5. If I have to consider 5, I have to consider this one. So already this one I have considered, this one also I have considered, but if I have to cover 5, I have to consider this one. Now if I have to cover 6 and 7, I have to also consider this one. So 4 essential prime implicants I am getting. But let us try and see whether some other combination can be used. Now let us see whether something else can be used. Now if I take, say suppose B bar, C bar. So B bar will cover 0, B bar, C bar will cover 0, 1, 8 and 9. I've checked it horizontally. 0 is also checked vertically. 8 is checked and 9 is checked. Next what I do, I take CD bar. If I take CD bar, 2 will be selected, 6 will be selected, 10 will be selected, 14 will be selected. 2, 6, 10 and 14. So I can check everything, whatever is associated with that. Now what else is left out? We will take A bar, B, D. Now if I take A bar, B, D, so what is left out? This pending was, we had only 5 and 7 which was not covered. If you can see over here, 5 is not covered from here to here and 7 is not covered from here to here. 5 and 7 is covered in A bar, B bar, D. So now what will happen to our essential prime implicants? Our essential prime implicants will be B bar, C bar plus C, D bar plus A bar, B and D. The essential prime implicants should be selected properly from the prime implicant table, because our question is 0 is covered in B bar C, 1 is covered in B bar C, 2 is covered in C D bar, 5 is covered in A bar B D, 6 is covered in C D bar, so on 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, everything is covered in a selected prime implicant. So they will become the essential prime implicants for this problem. Thank you.